Hello, Charles County. Welcome back to The Gift of Information, our annual series where we try to give you, our residents, a little bit of an extra gift around the holiday season as we come into the new year, a little bit of extra information about how you can know more about what's going on in Charles County. Today's episode, the third in the series, is all about living your best life in Charles County. We started the series with episode 1 on how you can save money with budget hacks. Episode 2 was all about the resources and services for residents of every age, from our youngest to some of our oldest community members. Today we're talking about how you can have fun, places to go, things to do, and how to be a tourist in your own backyard in Charles County. I'm Doria Fleisher with the Media Division. I'm thrilled to be joined today by Kelli Beavers, who's the director of our Department of Recreation, Parks, and Tourism. Thanks for being here, Kelli.
Thanks for having me and my team.
And your team. You brought amazing people with you. So we have Brittney Gray, who's our tourism outreach specialist. Thanks for being here, Brittney.
Thank you for having me.
And Casey Jones, who is our community center supervisor. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to appreciate that I know that this is not everybody's favorite thing to do and that you are busy people who like to be out in the community doing fun things. So asking you to sit at this table and chat with me in front of podcast and video may not be top on your list. And I promise that I will keep things fun for you. Thank you for committing to do this.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, so let's talk about living your best life in Charles County. Kelli, start first by telling us, please, about what your department does. Because I think, we hear a lot about rec and parks and, we've got the TV show and we've got the stereotypes, but you guys are a little bit different than those stereotypes, yes?
For sure.
Okay, tell us about what Recreation, Parks, and Tourism means here in Charles County.
Absolutely, and we're happy to be here, and we love talking about what we do because we do it so that people will come and have a really great time. So it is more than fine for us to be here because what we're trying to do is enhance quality of life. We like to create and cultivate spaces for people to recreate, to relax, to exercise, to go appreciate nature and the environment, see beautiful things, do things that they've never done, perfect or learn a new hobby, a new craft. We want you to do things indoors, outdoors, in pools, in gyms, on trails. It doesn't matter, but we're trying to create experiences for you indoors and out that make the quality of your life better when you are living in this county or visiting this county.
That's awesome. What a great advertisement for how to live a good life in Charles County. I love it. Kelli, tell us about how Recreation, Parks, and Tourism got joined together, because that's one of the things that makes us a little unique, right? That added T for tourism in our recreation and parks.
Yes, and many people don't know this. Historically, tourism was tied to recreation in the industry across the country. And I think economics sort of just had it separate along the way. But there are many parks and recreation departments across the country that still have tourism joined with recreation and parks. Our neighbors, Wicomico County and a couple others, have tourism, parks, and recreation all together.
I usually talk about how unique we are for that. I guess I need to change my tagline. I always do it as kind of a sense of pride of we're so cool, we're so different. We added tourism,
we are.
But okay, so I can just say we do it better than everybody else. Is that what I can say?
We are striving. We're absolutely striving to be the best that we can be.
Love it.
And we are learning from our partners across the state and across the country on how to do it better.
That's awesome. I think that collaboration of knowing
yes,
we don't have to reinvent the wheel if somebody else is doing something.
Our residents constantly tell us they want more, they want this, they want that. So we are out there trying to learn, trying to gather information and figure out what best practices we can bring back to Charles County and enhance our own community.
Love it. All right, so let's start with the recreation component, the things for people to do. So Casey, I'm gonna ask you, because these centers that you oversee, talk to us about what a rec center is and what the things people can do when they go there.
Sure. So we have actually a lot of different recreation centers located across the county. We have a gymnastics recreation center where, again, people can come and enjoy recreation gymnastic classes. And then we also have a competitive team, too. That's awesome. Again, if families were interested in more of the competitive aspect, they could sign up for that. Located at the Elite Gymnastics Center is also the Calm Cove as well. They have daily drop-ins available for that. And we do have at the school-based community centers, we have drop-ins for basketball, soccer, pickleball. Pickleball's the fastest growing sport.
Yeah, everybody's talking about it.
And then we have our aquatic facilities as well that are located. We have 3 indoor facilities, so that way people can come and actually swim throughout the year.
That's awesome. So when we talk about Elite that's standalone,
yes,
that's specifically for gymnastics, but Calm Cove was something so cool that was added in relatively recently. You guys, this is pretty new, yeah?
It is pretty new. I would
Okay.
say within the last 2 years.
Yeah, and Calm Cove is specifically a sensory area for
Yes.
both therapeutic recreation users with special needs, but also anybody can use, yeah?
Anyone can use it. It's completely inclusive. And yes, it does have specific hours, so please call the center or look on our website for the
Okay.
hours for the Calm Cove. But yes, it's a great, I'll say it's a great area for you to come and just, again, have that option for their kids to, or even young adults to
Yeah.
come and just kind of, I guess, interact and have their own way to kind of just, I don't know, decompress and enjoy different activities.
It's interesting the diversity that you mentioned a competitive gymnastics team
Yes.
to a place to just go and relax, to
Yes.
the pools, and then you said our school-based centers. So this is
Yes.
something that I think really. I find that this is one of the kind of myths that we struggle with in Charles County, of the difference between a school and a community center, and when it's Charles County Public Schools versus when it's Charles County Recreation. How does that work?
So we actually share 10 school-based centers with Charles County Public Schools. So those school-based centers turn into a community center after school ends. So once school ends, we actually have an after-school program that we run called Beyond the Bell at our middle school locations. So we provide aftercare services for those students from 3 to 6 o'clock.
Wow.
And then we have evening activities in those school-based centers as well, where it might be drop-in basketball or, again, soccer. Right now we're actually starting our winter youth league sports. So we have both basketball and soccer youth league that's getting ready to start.
That's awesome. So the drop-in is I just show up. I want something to do this evening.
Yes.
I show up and I do it. And then the league is much more of I
Yes.
commit to the
You commit to the
season.
entire season
Gotcha, okay.
program. Again, we have volunteer coaches that work with us that are really committed to that youth development and providing, again, just that encouragement and those opportunities for our youth.
Awesome. And talk to me about adult programming. Like, what kind of recreation opportunities are available for somebody who's out of school?
Sure. So we have, again, both youth drop-ins as well as adult drop-ins that we offer at the school-based community centers. At the standalone locations, like I mentioned earlier, we have Elite. They actually have drop-ins available where if you're an adult, you can come in and you can test out the trampolines and the equipment if you wanted to.
I like how you say you can test it out because
Yes.
I'm over 40. So I'm not going to test it out because I think that my brain still thinks I'm young and can do things. And my body is like, that trampoline, you will
Yes.
not walk tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, but some adults.
But again, some
Okay.
adults might enjoy
Got it.
that. Again, to our WSRC, which is our Waldorf Senior
Yeah.
Recreational Facility, where they have senior activities during the day and then again recreational activities at night. And then we have our aquatics facilities as well, to where you could actually go for open swim or if you wanted to take swim lessons.
That's awesome. And somebody just asked me the other day about the new morning swim hours, that we are extending hours in the morning. Am I understanding
We
that correctly?
are, and so
Okay.
this is actually a new opportunity
That's
that we
great.
just started. Again, being in the schools, all of
Yeah.
our pools are in the schools. We've been limited to having just swim times after school. So this
okay.
is the first time we're able to actually offer morning swim hours.
That's
It'll be
awesome.
at the Donald M. Wade Aquatic Center, which is located in St. Charles High School.
Okay.
And it's Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. till 8:30 a.m.
I'm also laughing that if you said to me, okay, your choices are get on a trampoline or get up at 5:30 and get in the pool.
Which one do you
I'm going
prefer?
for the trampoline. I am a swim team kid. My mom made my sister and I both do swim team, and I always say it was the best experience ever because I learned how to swim and I'm safe in the water. However, the trauma left in my body from my mom being like, it's 6 a.m. and the water's freezing, in you go. So
Oh, goodness.
I'll be on the trampoline if you need me. Oh, that's wonderful, Casey. And talk to us, please, about like the range of cost of these things. Like, how do you know how much money it's going to cost to do some of these great programs?
So the range of cost obviously varies. It is a range, but we do try to really consider, again, our customer, the patrons that attend, and we want to keep things as reasonable as possible. So some of our programs are actually free to attend. We don't, again, give those costs to our public, and others might be a low cost of either $5 and then ranging, our summer camps can be a little bit more expensive because
Right.
it is all day care for the children, and that can range, a little bit more.
And summer camp is a great lead in that specifically when schools are out.
Yes.
You guys have a really robust summer camp program, yeah?
We do, and we actually have winter break camps and
Okay.
spring break camps as well that
Okay.
we offer. So again, during that out of school time, we try to again provide programming that is available, for not only our youth but also for our adults.
That's awesome. And Kelly, I know you are passionate about making sure that stuff's accessible, and we've got the Rec Assist and we've got the Rec Pass. Talk to us a little bit about why that exists in the department and what it looks like.
Well, Rec Assist exists because affordability is important to everyone. No matter your income level, we want everyone to have access that chooses to participate with us. And so it is a program families can apply for and get additional subsidies and discounts off of programming that they like to take. Summer camps or classes, those things are really important. And just like Casey talked about Rec Pass, customers can buy a Rec Pass. So in lieu of paying a drop-in fee each and every time you come, you can come as many times as you want to come throughout the year. It really is a very affordable option and gives you access pretty much whenever you want for drop-in activities.
So you could come to the free program and just drop in once and come in whenever you want. You could do the Rec Pass where you've got it set up that you can go as many times as you want, or you could just pay on the individual program level.
Correct.
So a big variety.
And the Rec Pass is great too because it's not limited or tied to one facility.
Yeah.
It does open up that opportunity for you to go to multiple
Anywhere.
locations
That's
for that
awesome.
one fee. So.
Cool. All right. So we've got summer camp. We've got things to do during the year. Casey, we hear so much. There's nothing to do for our youth. There's nothing to do for our teens. That Charles County is just kind of a black hole where there isn't those activities. And I struggle when I hear that because I think sometimes there's never enough. But I also know we do have programs for teens. Yes?
We do.
Talk to us about what is a great option for our teens in the county.
Sure. So we actually just started, I would say about 2 years ago now, our Friday Teen Hangout program. And at, I believe, 5 or 6 locations, depending on the schedule, we offer a free program for our teens on Friday nights from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
We have structured activities as well as unstructured activities for the teens. We look to bring in different partnerships and, again, public speakers, again, trying to provide more mentorship to teens.
Great.
Again, different, sports activities and different things for them to do.
So a big wide range from,
Yes.
if you're saying public speakers, I assume there's a little bit of like an education,
Yes,
mentorship,
absolutely.
component, but also just like, okay, now go have fun and we won't talk to you. The
Yeah,
adults
so
in the room
we-
will leave you alone. Yeah.
Exactly. So usually about the first 40, 45 minutes, we try to have a structured
Yeah.
component to where we're coming together. We're, again, having that special presenter or, again, maybe touching on a topic that's educational for the teens, providing something extra, and then giving them the time to kind of choose what they want to do.
That's awesome. It's such a good balance. I love it. Good. And I promise I'll stop peppering you with questions, but I just want to make sure we cover all of this because there actually is so many recreation opportunities. Rec Express is something new also to the county, yeah?
Fairly new,
Talk to
yes.
us about the I'm laughing. To me, anything that happened in the last 5 years is like relatively new, right? I'm not sure what year it is right now, and I'm not sure what day it is or what month it is. So, but that happened within my lifetime. So, talk to us about Rec Express.
So Rec Express is our mobile recreation unit,
Okay.
and that mobile recreation unit brings recreation services to you.
Okay.
So where some, families or communities might not be able to make it into the closest, recreation center, but again, Recreation Express will come out to local parks.
Okay.
They'll come out to local events. We actually work a lot with Charles County Public Schools with Rec Express.
Awesome.
They'll come out to, again, different engagements that the schools are having and provide services.
That's beautiful. So you can get to a center.
Yes.
You can get to a park. You can get to a school. You can get if you can get somewhere, there's something offered.
Yes.
That's beautiful. All right, I want to talk about parks because I want to talk about the places to go, which is I think actually my favorite part of recreation parks and tourism. We're not supposed to have favorites, but that might be my favorite part. But let's give Casey a chance to catch her breath. And before we do parks, let's talk about what to do. So Brittney, this is kind of, tourism is your jam, yes?
It is.
So you are somebody who I would assume sits at home and when you see something show up of like, this is an event, you're the kind of person that's like, well, then I have to go, yes? You don't pass up these
Absolutely.
opportunities.
Absolutely, I have to.
Your social calendar must be exhausting,
It
yes?
is, but I'm always glad to be out and about in Charles County.
Gotcha. So, Brittney, talk to us about what the role of tourism in the county is, and then how can residents be a tourist in their own backyard? Because I think about sometimes we have people that drive from long distances to get to what we have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
talk to us about tourism and how tourism fits into Charles County.
So tourism is great for Charles County because it exposes people from the surrounding area and even, to your point, states away to what we have in Charles County. So there are lots of assets, a lot of unknown and unique assets that we have here.
Yeah.
And we're happy to share those with people who are coming through, traveling, or even just coming down from DC. But it also is a great opportunity for people to get out in their own backyards and to see what we have available because, to your point, in your discussion with Casey, there's a lot of things to do in Charles County that people just don't know about.
Yeah. So what are the ones that you want to highlight? Like if I said to you, Brittney, design a day for me to be a tourist in Charles County, or design a weekend, or design an experience, what would you tell me to do?
Well, I think that we have a lot of historic sites in Charles County.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are smaller historic homes that people may not know about. And getting to know the staff at the historic homes and the docents and taking those tours is a great way to learn about our history and how it connects to the bigger picture of the state's history and of the country's history.
Yeah.
So I would definitely highlight some of our historic sites like historic Port Tobacco Village, the Dr. Samuel Mudd House, and even the Maryland Veterans Museum. And so that's not necessarily a historic structure, but it specializes in military history, and it's a very niche and unique opportunity that we have here for our residents and for tourists to come in, see something cool and learn something really unique.
Great. All right. So going to see the historic stuff. What about some of the events that throughout the year, what are the things that you guys are most proud that people can attend in Charles County, whether it's something that tourism sponsors or whether it's a partner that you guys support?
So tourism has a few annual events. So we have the Major League Fishing tournaments that take place at Smallwood State Park. We usually have 4 to 6 a year, and that's really cool.
Things that I never knew existed, by the way, before I came to Charles County was that there is a Major
Major
League
League
Fishing.
Fishing?
It feels almost like a joke, right? Like Major League Fishing. I love it. Okay. So it happens
MLF.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. So it happens at Smallwood
And this
State
is a big
Park.
deal that we have it.
Yep, and it's a really big deal. And we are known for our largemouth bass, I believe, in Charles County.
Okay.
Yes, that's right. Okay.
Yes.
I'm nodding as if I know, but like I don't know which
I
fish
am
we
not
have.
a
I just
fish-
know they're big fish.
I was going to say I'm not a fish expert,
Okay.
but I will pretend to be.
Okay,
How about that?
let's pretend.
We also have the Charles County Classic Carb Show. So that is it's a classic car and food truck festival. So we're celebrating classic cars and also carbs from all the delicious food. So it's the Charles County
I love
Classic
it.
Carb
It's a
Show.
good play on words.
It
yeah?
is. It's fantastic.
And when does that occur?
And that is usually in the summer.
Okay.
It changes a little bit, but usually
Warm
in
weather
the summer.
months, though.
Warm,
Yeah.
for sure,
Okay.
warm weather months. And we also we just completed our first year of the mixtape concert series. And so we were able to bring national talent to Charles County.
Yeah.
This year we featured the Eli Young Band, the Plain White Tees, and Drew Hill. And so that was a really fun experience to see large name talent in our backyard at Regency Furniture Stadium.
That's awesome. So we've got good things to do. That's also a summer thing.
And that's also a summer
But
thing.
winter, there's plenty of things to do also, yes?
There is.
What are some of the things that, I think sometimes, again, we hear like, well, I had to go to D.C., I didn't have a Christmas market,
Right.
or I had to go to D.C., I didn't have the historic home tour, but we have that stuff, yes?
We do.
Okay, talk to us about that.
All right, so we just concluded our holiday tour, and that is a historic home and cultural site tour in Charles County, and that is an annual event. So if you missed it this year, you can for sure do it next year.
Okay.
It's the first weekend in December, and you can travel all around the county to see historic homes, to get a tour, and see them all in their holiday splendor.
That's awesome.
So it's a very special time of year because you don't see the homes decorated in such splendor
Yeah.
all year.
That's
Not that they're not beautiful.
But no,
But
it's something
holiday
special.
specific.
That's really nice. Good.
Yes, and we also have the Kris Kringle Christmas Market, and that is a large event that takes place at the Charles County Fairgrounds in La Plata. And there are over 180 local artisans that have handcrafted items, so it's a great opportunity to go shopping. There's also lights displays, there's food, and there is a fireworks display.
All the things.
All the things.
And it's interesting. So, Brittney, you're describing kind of two different kinds of opportunities in Charles County. There's some that the tourism division actually manages, facilitates, puts on. But then you guys are also big supporters of partners. Like Kris Kringle is not a Charles County tourism event. You guys support vendors and events that happen in the county.
Right.
What's that partnership like, and how does it work?
So we definitely do our best to amplify other organizations and other events in Charles County to let the residents and tourists know what we have to offer. And you can even visit our webpage, or our website, at explorecharlescounty.com on our events page. And there is an opportunity to upload your own event.
Okay.
So you can submit your event if you're an organization or business in the county, and it'll be added to our events calendar.
Awesome. So even if it's not something that Charles County specifically is hosting itself,
Yes.
it means that there's still an opportunity for residents to go and see what's out there and get to other places.
Yes, exactly. And it
That's
is a free
awesome.
opportunity. So if you submit through our website, you'll be able to see your event on our events calendar.
That's beautiful. So a lot going on. All right, one more thing, Brittney, and then I'll leave you alone. Small businesses.
Small businesses.
Yeah,
yes.
this is a part of tourism.
It is.
And how do you guys work with small businesses? How do you promote them? How do our residents know how to get to them?
Yeah, so we also have those on our webpage. You're able to see all the small businesses that we have partnered with or we work with, and we amplify all of the hospitality, shopping businesses around Charles County. We have a few that we've worked with on our Explore Charles County YouTube series,
Yeah.
which you should check out for sure.
I will make sure it's in the show notes.
Yes, of course. And they offer a variety of activities and options for shopping, right? So Black and Lit Candle Bar, you can buy candles, you can create your own candle, your own perfume, your own cologne. And then we have Copper Compass Distilling, where you can purchase a bottle of whiskey or rum that was created and
Right in
crafted
there.
right here.
It's such a
in
cool
White
facility
Plains.
too, because you can see how it gets done. You're like inside the workings of it. It's beautiful.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we
Yeah.
also, amplify other businesses where you can like purchase like an experience, right? So Southern Maryland Paintball, for example, in Newburgh, it's not necessarily a handheld gift. They do have gift certificates, I believe, but it is it's cool to be able to go and like have that experience, to have a birthday party, to have a team building event.
Yeah.
And so we're always happy to amplify any of our small businesses
Right.
and to again let the residents and tourists know what we have here.
It's a nice partnership of making sure that our small businesses have the support and the amplification they need, but then also
sure.
our residents kind of know where to go and what to do and what's available. So it sounds
Yeah.
like your website is really the best place. Find that calendar, check it out, all of that.
For sure. And there's
Good.
always new businesses in Charles County, so make sure that you all check back.
Keep looking that it's going to keep
No,
developing.
for
That's
sure.
beautiful. Okay, so let's talk about, we've done things to do, the recreation, things to do, the more touristy side. Let's talk about the parks. And I know, look, I understand that most people don't want to be outside in the cold weather. I actually would much rather be cold than hot. So I really appreciate when the parks are a little bit quieter because everybody else is at home and I'm like,
True.
I have this whole place to myself
True.
now. So Kelli, talk to us about the parks division part of your department and what does it mean to be a park in Charles County? That sounds kind of funny. Like what do our parks do for our residents?
I was going to say, I'm stuttering, but they are a beautiful asset for the environment, number one, which is what we as humans need.
Yeah.
So the more greenery, more trees, more grass, it helps everyone. But we have like over 30 parks, and from regional parks, sport parks, we have some quieter parks. The county has state parks in it. We have Mallows Bay Marine Sanctuary. It is a true ghost fleet from World War I.
Yeah.
We have a variety of parks. Almost anything you want to do, a lot of those indoor activities that Casey spoke about, you can also do outdoors.
Outside.
You
Yeah.
can. We have a few pickleball courts. We have golf courts. We have basketball courts. We have tennis courts. We have foot golf. We have disc golf. Any kind of golf, like we probably have it.
If there's a golf, yeah.
Right.
And this is when you're talking about that. That's in your language we talk about active and passive recreation,
Yes.
right? So our parks have a little bit of both. So
Yes, they do.
Casey, talk to us about that kind of active and passive ways that you can appreciate these parks.
Sure. So a lot of our parks have fantastic walking trails. Some are paved, and then some are a little bit more rugged and kind of through the woods. So depending on your activity level, again, that could either be passive or active.
Yeah.
And then we do have, as Kelli mentioned, some of the regional and also sports parks too. So again, if you have youth that are involved in recreational activities, sports, that's where your not basketball, but soccer, baseball.
Yeah, the more
would all be
leaguey
played,
type
the
of
leaguey
things.
games.
Yeah.
And then we have the Indian Head Rail Trail too. So if you are our avid cyclist, again, that's over 13 miles from start to finish, where you could actually, again, bicycle the whole
Yeah,
like
it's
road.
amazing. And my favorite thing about the Indian Head Rail Trail, we have dogs at home, and when the weather is really, really mucky, I love that we can go to the rail trail and the dogs stay clean because
That's
it's
nice.
totally paved, and that's such a
Yeah.
funny, like, the reason I love the rail trail is that there's no mud.
And they're still outside having a good time.
Yeah.
And there's some great views along the rail
Yeah,
trail.
for
too,
sure.
There are.
so-
Yeah.
And you can do it as a family.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Yeah.
Yes, we've done it as a team building.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
So we've talked about the sporty parks. We've talked about the hikey parks. We have parks on the water, kayaking, things you can do there. So really a wide range. Yeah.
Yes.
Excellent. What do you think is the biggest? I don't know if the word is myth or frustration. What do you guys hear about parks that is not true, or that you'd love to clarify, or something you wish people knew? Like, how does it stay? What's kind of the hidden message of parks in Charles County?
I don't know if this is a hidden message,
Yeah.
but what I wish people knew was that the team we have that works at the parks, on the parks, love the parks. As much as people love coming to them and walking and seeing the regular visitors,
Yeah.
our staff love seeing them and they love serving them.
Yeah.
So it is a beautiful thing that we have a team that's invested in helping you and your family have a better quality of life.
That's awesome.
That, for me, I think that's
a
the
big
best
point
part.
of pride, yeah. And
Yeah.
I will say that your team is so responsive that when we hear there's like, oh, there was a problem at this park, or I know your team jumps on it to
Right
get
away.
it to get it fixed, so that it can be a
Right
place
away.
that we can enjoy being.
Absolutely.
That's
And
beautiful.
the parks team is also, little known fact, they take care of almost all county grounds. So they don't just care for the parks right outside of this government building. They take care of the grounds. If it's a county-owned facility,
They're taking care
they're
of it.
taking care of it. So they don't just do the parks. They care about how all of it looks and how functional it is. But I'll say the beauty of a park, there's something about the outdoors and nature and the scenery. It just gives people a really fresh feeling.
Yeah.
It's a positive perspective to have I think it creates a positive perspective when you spend time at a park. Even if you're not really engaging, you're there, doing a passive activity. When you see other people enjoying themselves, when you see kids playing on the playground, and you see our elders walking, and they may have canes, they may not have canes, but they're out there together doing it. We've created safe spaces outdoors for people, and their parks are sort of this sacred space, and people really respect them.
Yeah.
And I very much appreciate it. And with the exception of within our parks, only Gilbert Run has a fee. All of our parks are free. You can come and visit a park anytime. Now, there are fees if you want to rent
Actually
a
do
pavilion.
something while you're there.
Yeah,
right?
like rent a pavilion for a family reunion or an activity or something like that. But our parks are free. You can just come
Just
and
show
be
up.
at peace.
I think that's a great note of just come and be at peace.
Yeah.
I really like that. Yeah. And I think, Casey, you had touched on that if you want those more things too, that the recreation component can blend with that. So while your
Yes.
kids are out doing that planned activity, that more active recreation, you can be just hanging out, sitting, enjoying. Yeah.
Reading a book, sitting down, enjoying.
Yeah. It's a nice mix. I
Yes, for
think,
sure.
I don't know, I'm prejudiced because I live here, but one of my favorite things about Charles County is that it does feel like it's a little bit of all the things, right? Like I can go to Friendship Landing and see very few humans and a whole lot of eagles and herons, or I can go to Bentonville Park and see so many kids playing and having
Everyone.
fun, right? Like,
Yeah.
and sometimes I'm always blown away, like, who are all these people? Where did they come from? Like, Laurel Springs on a weekend is hopping with the birthday parties and the sports leagues, and then kids
Absolutely.
on the playground, and we are a nice mix of stuff,
I
which I
agree.
appreciate. Yeah. Awesome.
We all agree with you.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So I'm going to ask you a closing question. I'm going to put y'all on the spot. What is your suggestion on how a person can live their best life in Charles County? Like, what's your one takeaway for what you think residents should do to live their best life in Charles County? So, Kelly, you're the director. You have to go first. What's your takeaway?
I'm glad to
How
go
can someone
first.
live their best life in Charles County?
Get informed. Get informed. We have a tourism website, Explore Charles County. We have the Parks and Recreation website, Charles County Parks. We are on the socials. Learn what we have. Once you get connected,
Yeah.
you're going to be good. You're going to be in. And I think more so for a lot of existing residents are aware, but the county has had this incredible population growth.
Yeah.
So there are so many people that are new to the county, we got to get them connected. And so we're constantly looking for ways and resources to inform people. But once they know and find their interest and know where to go, they do come back.
Gotcha. So
They do come
step
back.
one is like look for it,
Yes.
figure it. Yep.
Yes,
Perfect.
reach out, and we have a guide. It doesn't get mailed to every single household, but you can sign up to have it mailed to you.
Great.
We have our newsletter, follow our socials. You can visit, or just Charles County government. That's another way. We're featured a lot in all of
Right.
the Charles County publications and podcasts like this.
Yeah.
But once people know, and even if they just need, we have a great registration desk. If you call our registration desk, somebody will
connect
help
you.
you. Yes.
I think that's a beautiful, before you say there's nothing to do, actually look
Yes.
for something to do.
Yes.
That's awesome. Thank
Indeed.
you.
You're welcome.
All right, Brittney, how does someone live their best life in Charles County?
I think that someone would live their best life in Charles County by getting outside.
Okay.
And that's not necessarily speaking directly to going to our parks, but going to our historic sites, shopping a small business, meeting business owners, meeting docents, and finding hidden gems that you didn't know were in Charles County. You never know if you might find your new favorite food if you go to one of our small businesses or restaurants.
Yeah, awesome. So get out there.
Get out there.
All right, Casey, how does someone live their best life in Charles County?
I was going to kind of echo a little
Okay,
bit
go
of what
for it.
Brittney
Yeah.
said, but get involved. I think, along with educating yourself, you have to be able to try new things. And again, maybe it won't be your favorite thing, but at least you tried it.
Yeah.
And again, learning about all the things that we have to offer, trying something new, trying a new food, as Brittney said.
Trying a
new
trampoline,
restaurant.
right, Doria?
I have to figure out if workers' comp covers it before I do it.
But again, just
You never know. Maybe I'm a gymnast at heart.
I think people get into routines in their
Yeah.
life, especially if they're parents and they're rushing, they're working. You get in routines, but again, in your free time that you have, like try something new, try a new
Yeah.
adventure.
I love it.
We want to be a part of your free time routine.
Yes.
Aw,
do.
it's nice. I love it. Like the enthusiasm of let us into your life. We want to do things with you. That is wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for sharing how Recreation Parks and Tourism specifically can help people live their best life in Charles County. I'm so glad to be joined by Kelli Beavers, who's the director of that great department, Brittney Gray, who's our tourism outreach specialist, and Casey Jones, who's our community center supervisor. Thank you all so much for being here today. And thank you, Charles County, for tuning in. I so appreciate that you're willing to take the time, like these wonderful ladies said, to get connected, get involved, learn about what's going on out there. I hope you enjoyed this final episode in our Gift of Information series. And if you missed the first 2 episodes, don't forget to go back and listen and watch them. Of course, we'll have more content coming your way in 2026. I hope you all have a wonderful end to the year. And of course, take care, stay safe, and stay engaged.
Thanks for listening. If you like this podcast and want to hear more, search Charles County Government on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And be sure to like and subscribe. We're also available on YouTube. Search Charles County Commissioners. And stay connected for all county news, information, and programs by visiting www.charlescountymd.gov/stay connected.